How y'all doing? How's everybody? How's everybody? Grand evening, grand evening, grand setting, grand setting, grand setting. This just a little check-in to see how everybody doing. How y'all ascending? Checking in on y'all while I'm rolling up my little roll. You understand? How y'all doing? It's a lot going on right now. It's a lot of distractions and stuff going on. I hope y'all been staying dangerous and been meditating and been letting your inner phoenix rise, y'all, because we on the rise right now, y'all. It's all about us. Trust me. They so focused on some of us right now. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. They playing catch up though. They playing catch up. They wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. They thought they was ready. And they thought that they had a plan. You understand? But it ain't no plan for the master planner, which is the great mother. Ain't that right? You understand? It ain't no plan for that. You know what? You know, you got to come on down here to Georgia so we could get on the little roll and we could cipher. You know what I'm saying? Out here by the creek beds and stuff and all of this stuff down here. And it's some real stuff going on down here in Georgia, y'all. But anyway, let me pull it up a little bit. Y'all can't see me. See, I'm here though. It's me. See, I'm here. It's me. Man, boy, I'm telling you what. Like this last probably, I would say, since like the week before Easter, y'all, it's done got wild. Like, when I say wild, I ain't even talking about them. I'm just talking about my ascension and the metaphysical experiences and stuff that I done been having. I don't know about y'all, but it's getting really, really real. Like, I almost feel like peace, family, peace. I almost feel like, you know, sometimes it almost feel like you watching a movie or something almost because you already done seen it or something. You understand? It's just like, for me, it's just all playing out the way that it's supposed to play out. That's the wrong one. Oh, you in Atlanta? I had to get up out of Atlanta. I'm in Augusta. Yo, the energy in Augusta. Yo, I can't fuck with Atlanta. I had to leave. But out here in Augusta, like, yo, it's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. And, you know, it's a lot of nature out here and everything. What's the deal? What's the deal, Taz? You know, it's a lot of nature and everything out here. A lot of beautiful stuff. It's not so built up yet with all of the shit. So you could still get a good frequency out here. You understand? You could still harmonize. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm out here. I got my window open. I got all my little plants right here in my little meditation room. Got my good little smoke, and like it's no noise or nothing like that. So I could really concentrate. Yeah, everything happened for a reason. I was right up there in Kennesaw, yo. I was right up there in Kennesaw. I was in a 6-bedroom, 3-bath house. And man, I had to get the fuck up out of there because they had a methane gas problem. And that's going on in a lot of houses in Atlanta, that methane gas, yo. But it ain't just that. It's a lot of frequency attacks and shit in Atlanta, too. It's a lot of... Man, I'll tell y'all the story about that house another time. But actually, no, I could tell it now. Shit, this story time, we talking. So some of y'all might remember that I was in a house and I had to leave like immediately. I got out of the lease. I broke the lease. Well, here go my story. Back in July, if y'all remember, I was like selling all of my plants and stuff, and I went back down to Florida to handle some business, but I had to get up out of there. Do y'all know it was a real life demon in that house? Yo, that house really had a real life demon in it. tell you the story. I told my spiritual group the shit. It was crazy. So I moved in that house or whatever. And when I moved in there, it was kind of like one of them rush moves. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was just coming from Florida to Atlanta to move into a place for like a year. And then I was looking at properties because I was going to buy a house. So when I moved into that house, it was a rush move, but it was nice or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Everything felt good about it, blase blah. So we move in. So it was the winter time. So of course, don't no grass or nothing be growing in the winter time or whatever. So that wasn't a signal. You understand what I'm saying? And so I was in the house or whatever, and something had compelled me to like start getting all of these sigils and stuff of our Hindu ancestors like Durga, Lakshmi, Ganesh. You understand? I was real heavy on it. I ain't know where it had came from. Just pay attention. It's going somewhere. So come to find out, that man had actually bought that home under bad pretenses. The family that lived in there before was an Indian man, and he owned a big ass car lot in Atlanta. And his wife. And they owned a bunch of properties. That wasn't their only property, right? They had went over to India, and they had a bad deal with their family, and they ended up getting like maybe like $500,000, yo. But it was some beef. So anyway, they came back to the U.S. with the money, bought up, fixed up their businesses and everything. Fixed up that house. That house had about $300,000 worth of renovations to it, y'all. That shit was bad as hell. Marble floors, gold fucking thread. Like, the bitch was bad. I ain't even finna lie. They went through there. They did everything. Oh, that shit was nice. All right. So they did all of that, right? Then all of a sudden, the man started losing his mind, y'all. Couldn't nobody figure out what was going on. When I moved in there, I noticed that it was an Indian couple, yo. And like the way that the area is set up in Kennesaw, in the suburbs, we got a gate, but like we had tennis courts and everything like that. So it's nothing to see people out walking, you understand, because people exercise. And then we was right by the college right there. So, the college students come and work out. But I will always see this Indian man, and he would be walking, yo. He would be walking, and sometimes he'll be walking with a woman. And right when I seen him, I knew something was on him. You understand what I'm saying? So I did my little protection sigils, and I start putting stuff out in my front yard. Just follow me now. Okay, so we in the house. So all of a sudden, it's this smell every now and then that would come in that house, yo. And it would almost smell like a sewage or whatever, and it would come from one drain in my bathroom. Now, this was around the time when I started to have problems with the house. We was there for about 3 months. Just feel me, 3 months, man. All kind of spiritual discussions and stuff. Start having problems. Smell that smell. So I'm like, where the fuck is that smell coming from? So I had him bring the people out there or whatever. They came out there. They supposedly had repaired it or whatever. I didn't smell the smell anymore. But it was just like little stuff started breaking down with the house. And then every project that I was working on got canceled out of nowhere. Man, when I say every project, I had about 10 projects I was working on. Everything got canceled. Wasn't no money coming in. I ain't know what the fuck was going on. Temples of my hair start falling out. I'm like, oh, a motherfucker bitch done tried me. They done tried to put some root work on me. So then I go to like really, you understand, going hard, right? Going hard. Still not getting it yet. So one day I was in my office. This was in July. This was in June. I was in my office. No, this was in May. It was May. It was late May. I'll never forget it. It was right before Memorial Weekend. And I was sitting there at my desk, and y'all know I used to do all of those spiritual discussions in my office. And I looked by the window, and when I looked by the window, that's when I finally seen it, because my office was the only place in that house that I hadn't put black salt in my Orc defense. And it was like over by the window, and it looked like, you know, when a radiator in the wintertime let off heat or whatever, and you could see the steam, you could see the vapor right there, you could see vapor moving. It was an image in a vapor, but you couldn't tell what the image was. It was like a silhouette. Saw that shit? Now y'all know I be smoking. Y'all see I be smoking right now. I be smoking good shit. So I look, I'm like, fuck. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay? This ain't no lie. I'm telling y'all the truth. So I called my daughter out her office. I'm like, Raina, look over there by that window. Tell me if you see something. She looked, she was like, Mom, what is that? I was like, get out of here. I was like, don't come back in here. I was like, until I come out, don't come back in. And y'all, when I'm telling y'all, I was rocking and rolling with that fucking entity in there, y'all. It was a hell of a battle, y'all. Let me tell you something. When you're dealing with an entity, it's almost like it feels like your mind is being pulled out and pulled back in. Your breath is being pulled out and pulled. It's like you flashing between something, like you flashing with it and you, with it and you fighting. Like, it's real. This is real. It's real. The shits do exist. So anyway, once I got done rocking and rolling in there, and I had done bound it back up, y'all. And I mean, when I say I had to bind it back up, I mean I literally had to spill my own blood to bind it back up. Like in the man, it was deep. I had to do a lot of shit in there, yo. I don't even know how long I was in there fighting. So after that, I didn't have no more problems or whatever, but my job never came back. And so all of a sudden, so I was getting ready to just like take this guy down. I had took him to court because it was too much shit that just kept on going wrong with the house. So I took him to court because I was trying to take him to court to repair the shit, because I didn't really want to move out of there. I just wanted him to repair it, or either refund me for the repairs that I was going to make to it so I could just stay there. Because like I said, I was trying to find another place. That wasn't the way the ancestors wanted it, because I took them to court. I won. Basically, I was getting ready to call the contractors to come because he was going to refund me my money. It was like $15,000 for them to come. And was going to have to like dig up out there by the sewer system and shit. It was something going on with the city. Like, they's going to have to do a whole bunch of fucking work because there really is a methane gas leak in that neighborhood. So before that could happen, that shit just one day, one morning, yo, that shit just backed up all the way in my house, y'all. When I say, like, it was like such an overpowering smell. It was like that demon was like, you finna get out of here now. I called that man. I was like, listen, I'm a medical doctor. I know that this methane gas is dangerous, so either you getting ready to let me out of this lease, or I'm going to sue you in court this time. He told me I could leave within a week. When I was out there having my garage sale, y'all, this when I found out that it was really some shit with that house. You know, I was new to the neighborhood, so people wasn't talking to me. So it was a lady that was across the street, and I knew that she was a witch too. Like, you could tell, you understand, you could tell another root worker. We all got a, you know, you could tell. She came and she was like, you know, she was like, I'm not shocked that you moving up out of here. She was like, I can't hardly stand by this house. And I was like, why? What's going on? And so she told me the story of the Indian man. And then basically she said that the dude's sister had put a root on him. And that man that was walking, well, put a hex, whatever they did in India, on him. And that man that was walking around, he lost his business, he lost his house, he lost his mind, his wife lost that mind. And right now, all they do is wander around that neighborhood and walk in the circle of the loop. And they homeless and they actually live out there. They got a fucking tent and everything. Y'all, this ain't no joke. And she was like that. Before me, it was 4 other tenants that lived in there. And I remember I was getting all of this mail from all of these people. And I'm like, man, he couldn't keep nobody in this motherfucker, yo. Fuck, you understand? It's a nice ass house. She was like, all of them people didn't even make it 2 months in that house. Y'all, I was in that house, man, look, whatever that entity was, bruh, I'm telling you, we was chilling, bruh. It wasn't, I mean, to a degree, until it got to a point where it was time for me to go. And then when it was time for me to go, I left. But I say that to say this. Like, you never know where the attack gonna be coming from. And sometimes you could be under spiritual attack and not even recognize it. Like, I was under attack that whole time. I ain't even recognized that it was my own house. Shit's too real. But I'm gonna tell you something. Even though I was in a house that was hexed, even though I lost all of them projects, I still had abundance. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't wanting for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? It was just like everything just stopped for a second. You understand? And that's when I went through a real deal spiritual awakening during that time. So everything happened for a reason, because when all of those projects and everything shut down, it really made me reevaluate staying in Atlanta and why all of the doors was closing. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, going through that with that entity in that house showed me my real power, and that nothing, if I put my real mind to it, could really fuck with me, yo. And that's when I really understood the real power ain't in an altar. It ain't in nothing but yourself. Because when I was in that room rocking and rolling with that entity, y'all, and I'm telling you, the shit is realer than real. It wasn't nothing in there with me but me and my blood, yo. And I fucked that shit up. And guess what? I fucked the shit up so bad, now the motherfucker answer to me. I be sending it. Go ahead. Like, it did something, yo. Like, listen. I realized something when I was battling that thing, yo. You know what I realized? This finna fuck somebody up. I wasn't battling nothing but a shadow of me. Man, come on, y'all. Listen. The demons is codes that's within us, man. It's a frequency, yo. It's a frequency. But if you fear it, it could defeat you, yo. Like, it'll fuck you up. But if you more powerful than it, yo, that's magnetism that you can manipulate and do any fucking thing which you want. It's like going over a level, yo. It's like going over a level, but you can't have no fear, yo. You can't have no fear. Like, it's almost like when I defeated it, yo, like my power just magnified. It was almost like it was a hurdle that the ancestors put on me, like a fucking test. And that's what I want to tell you, bro. That's what I want to tell you, bro. You gonna be tested. You gonna be battle tested, bro. They gonna, man, listen. When that moment come, bro, you gotta know it's fucking you. That's the only way you gonna win. Hold on, let me go down. Shit's too real. That's the only way I was able to win. Because listen, if I would have been weak that day, that entity would have took my life, would have probably took my child's life, would have probably took my mind. But it would have been me causing my own mind to go Because when you staring at them demons, you staring at the shadows of yourself, bruh. It's just you. It's some of them goets, man. It's some of them magnetisms that we have, yo. We could project a magnetism anywhere, yo. Like the shit's too real. That's all a daemon is a magnetism projected, a frequency that'll hit a bitch. So if a daemon is magnetism, then what does that mean? That mean that you could take that magnetism and incorporate it into yourself and then do what the fuck you want to do with it. It's fucking intent. People be looking at bad, good, good, bad. It's all angles, nigga. Just use them. That's what I'm trying to put you up on. What you fear is where your most power at, bruh. If I wouldn't have had to fight that demon, I wouldn't have realized that I was the motherfucking demon. God, y'all gotta wake up. Mm, mm, mm. You can't get there, bruh, if you scared. You can't get there if you scary. If you scary, it's gonna take you, bruh. They gonna win. And there's some shit out here right now, yo, because this portals done been open, y'all. And that's why it probably led me to this discussion, because I said it was gonna be open topic. But you know what? I'm talking about real deal entity attacks because it's getting ready to happen for some of y'all, yo. Them portals open all up, bruh. Then they was fucking with CERN. Some more portals open up. Like, listen. The CERNs, multiple CERNs. Like, listen. The battle is spiritual for some of us. We cosmic beings. We cosmic. The battle for you ain't going to be the same type of battle that it's going to be for them. This really is about your mind, bruh. It's really about your mind. And it's really about programming your mind to know that you are the creator of your own destiny and reality. I heard about I heard about the astrologer influencer who went on ahead and murdered her whole family and everything. You see, them dragons is particular. They're going to make some people lose their mind. See? Hey. They're going to make some people lose their mind. That's what I'm telling you. It's real. You ain't, but you could defeat any magnetism that come before you. You just got to realize that you can. That it's you. Man. It's just magnetism. You are an electromagnetic being. So therefore, if it's a magnetism around you, you could control it. It's almost like a level to a game or something, yo. Once you beat that level incorporate into you. And then you unlock a code. See, I had to go to that house and I had to fight that demon. You know why? Because I had to incorporate them Hindi codes that's in my bloodline. The most powerful, the ones that goddamn, they could tell you is a demon, enter and overstay. The most powerful magic, you put a skull and crossbones on it. You, hey, warning, danger, hey, this'll fuck a bitch up. If you don't know what you're doing with it. Magic is magnetism. Anything that's uncontrolled can hurt a person. That's the law of nature. That's the law of everything that's in physical form. And too much of anything will kill you. Hell, too much of even eating sugar will kill you. If you eat it, everybody knows that. Everything that they tell you is not a toxin, not a poison, a bad for you, anything. Anything that they tell you that's good, too much of it can go to the other scale. This is facts. Even if you was in a state of constant euphoria, too much of that would burn your body out and drive you insane. Throw off your adrenals. So enter and understand. It's the same thing with magnetism. You can't be all light. You gotta let that shit rotate. And the deeper that shit could rotate, the lower that root could go and the higher it could go, the more magnets you got, the more magnetism you got. So sometimes you gotta go to the dark to be able to reciprocate the light. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's gotta be equal poles. So when I fucked that lower plane up, I unleashed my higher plane because I had to, because it's balance. Do you understand what I'm saying? That got you afraid of yourself. I ain't realized that entity was me until I was in there battling it for so long, bruh. Shit got real. And you know, when I was standing there and I was telling the lady, you understand, I ain't tell her about, me battling or nothing like that. But we telepathic. She was just looking at me and she was just like, She was like, I'll be seeing you around. I was like, yeah, I'll see you around. You understand what I'm saying? But it's almost like a knowing, motherfucker. Like, you can't take being over there here at this house, but I can, because can't nothing defeat me. I'll put down all magnetism because it's mental. Come on, man. I'll sit right next to a demon. What it's going to do? Give me some power so I could strike a bitch if I need to? Give me some more rotation, nigga? That's all the fuck it could do. Man, you better get your magnets rotating. You better know that can't nothing defeat you. That's the first key. You can't be no pussy. Because it's just you. It's the most powerful part of you, though. You understand? It's the man, it's the dark. You ain't doing shit if you doing all of them loving like, fuck that. You ain't got no balance. You ain't unlocked no real codes that could do nothing, yo. That's why they got all them loving like people. They don't want you to really know no shit that could really fuck a bitch up. With measure. Understand, with measure. I ain't out here telling nobody to just be out here doing crazy shit, because that shit all gonna revisit you. That shit all gonna revisit you. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, if you out here and you got a task for the great mother, enemies, if you out here and you working for the higher, you understand, then you gonna have to hit the matrix with some code sometimes. It's shit you gotta do. Gates you gonna have to unlock. Energies that you gonna have to incorporate. And you can't be afraid of yourself, because what you gonna be looking at is yourself. It's gonna be your Gemini. It's gonna be you versus you. It's all magnetism, bruh. If you got the codes for all the magnetism, ain't no magnetism that could come back to you that you can't use. You just don't know how to use it, so you see it as an attack. So when I was first in there battling that demon, I'm seeing it as an attack. It was mental. You in the prism. When you see that type of magnetism like that, you in the prism. You ain't seeing nothing but a reflection of yourself. You in the prism, bruh. And when you go into those prisms, you understand, it could turn into a prison of the mind. You could prison your own mind, and that would drive people crazy. Like that astrologer lady, you understand what I'm saying? Them dragons walked right in her and she killed everybody. You understand? She took him to the other portal plane. Because there's no such thing as death. See, it's no such thing as death for an immortal soul. So what y'all looking at as death is just a recycling of energy. You got some dragons, that's all they come back to do is recycle the energy. If you ain't gonna use it, it gotta go back to where it came from. Where did it come from? Nature. It's gotta go back to nature. You broke your contract. It ain't no big deal. A lot of us break our contracts in this plane with nature. You just go to another app. Try again. You gotta wade in the water a little bit more. You might go down to a lesser plane. You understand? You might go to a parallel plane. Or you might get locked in your own mind. That's what they call like a purgatory phase, where you just, for a couple of eons, just battling yourself in the abyss. It won't seem like an eon, though, because it ain't no time for a primordial energy. You understand? It's just, it won't seem like nothing. You know, when you be astral traveling in your dream and you do all of that shit, and then it'll just be a second or something like that. It'll be the same way. Like, people be talking about purgatory like it's the worst thing, because their mind can't understand how energy have to do. A purgatory phase is just a phase of replenishment, bruh. You did some shit, and your soul vibrating in a way, it's just gotta be like stagnant, but it's you versus you in that phase or whatever, because remember, it's the consciousness at that point. So whatever the consciousness is locked in and creates, that's what's gonna happen in that program until the consciousness come out of it. And it's usually for a period. You understand? A period of the cycle of whatever consciousness that is. You understand? That energy. Down here, we would go off of the cell cycle, but up there, it's a cosmic cycle. But a cosmic cycle is no time to that, because time don't exist. So who knows? But you endless. So it's a blip. It's a blip. It's just another form. What you say? You gonna listen now more than speak? I'm looking at y'all, but yeah, but that's all it is. I mean, when you start really looking at yourself as a being of light, as an energetic being, as a frequency, as a soul, and not as a physical vessel, that's when you can really defeat everything that's going on around you. But it's not easy. You understand what I'm saying? It takes practice, but once you get there and you get to that point of the ascension, everything that I'm saying gonna make sense to you, because you gonna see, like, you can manipulate this reality into anything that you want to, just by using the power of your mind and your magnetism, because this is a magnetic realm. So whatever you manifest, your thoughts is what's going to come to you. And whatever you participate is what you're going to have. You choosing your cycle right now. And some people have chose the cycle where it's time for their energy to dissipate and go somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Their lessons might be done, or they might be NPCs and not even real. Like, it's a lot going on right now. You got to realize that if you a cosmic being, you were creating this reality. And now that you done woke up, you getting ready to create the real reality. Because you're not under PSYOP no more. You're not under MK Ultra no more. You're not under mind control no more. So they can't use you to create their program. That's what it was always about. Controlling your mind. The people who are the real architects of this plane, who really control the magnetism and who really have a real connection with the earth plane and the cosmic plane. And you got beings that's here right now that, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody always looking at the wrong people. You looking at the wrong people. You understand? A lot of people blame, you understand what I'm saying, Caucasians and everything for our oppression. But how is that? And we created them. So that means that something here is older than them, right? Something had to give them that program, right? I'm not concerned with fighting a clone. You understand what I'm saying right now? I'm not concerned with that. Like, that's so such pettiness. You understand what I'm saying? Let them have they fight. They getting ready to fight each other because they can't take the magnetism. It's finna fuck their brain up. And when they brain go low, all they know how to do is fight and kill. That's their program. Man, let them. You ain't even got to be a part of that system. Like, you understand? Like, oppression is a choice. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to choose to be oppressed. You understand? You got to give somebody the power to oppress you, bruh. No, for real, for real. Like, even our ancestors who was prisoners of war, they made a choice to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because they knew we was at a low energy cycle and they didn't want all our codes to get wiped out. You understand what I'm saying? To have to start from scratch. So that was even a choice. Like, you making a choice. Like, it's all mental. How are you oppressed other than mentally? For real, they bombard you with everything. They bombard you with all of the stuff in the news. They show you that you're poor. They show you that, you understand, you ain't got enough to survive or whatever. Right. And then they show you all of these material possessions and stuff that everybody else have, and they make you want to keep up with the Joneses, keep up with the Joneses. And you think your plight is so bad. And then you got somebody in a whole nother corner of the world, then their whole goal is to get to where you at. You see how ugly that system is? Your mind is the only thing that's telling you you ain't got it. Because even the motherfuckers who you done programmed your mind to think you aspiring to be really didn't have it to begin with. All that shit getting revealed right now. Look at the Black Boule. Them motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody up here thinking they was all billionaires on motherfucking paper. These motherfuckers living mortgage to mortgage just like everybody fucking else. They out here having to sell ass, pussy, and mouth and back just to keep the lights on. But you was up there trying to keep up with them. And now here you done worked, gave up your soul trying to be like a false idol and get all the shit that they got, and now you realizing they ain't got shit. Cause soon as the great mother got ready to push the button on them, all that shit disappeared. You know why? Cause it never existed in the first motherfucking place. That was the illusion that you thought it existed though. That's what you done been chasing. What's their reality though? The reality is what? That they done been bending over and sucking and all kind of stuff for that little piece of change, and they really don't even really own nothing. That's the reality. The reality is that they done been out here having to have sex with kids and get pissed on and shitted on and all kind of stuff and human traffic and everything. The reality is they unhappy with their life. They filled with drugs and low vibrational entities every fucking day, and all they do is think about what's the next sex party they got to do, what's the next degrading thing that they got to do to keep them lights on and keep up the illusion to you that they really got something that they ain't never have, because they sold they soul for nothing. That's the real pain that they feel. You sold your soul for nothing. When the great mother got ready to push the button, everything they got right now done disintegrated. You looking at the reality now, what these people really is. This whole time, you done been trying to be like them. Look at what they really is, bruh. The worst. Let me tell you something. And this is realer than real. I ain't never cared that much about a dollar. Let me tell you something. Had those type of opportunities, man, I would never bend over for nobody. Look, I'm a whole woman. We the main ones that they say be bending over, right? No, bruh. They a lie. I work for every fucking thing that I got. So it's just shocking to me to see now the inverse and to see people defending it. Let's go. Like, I don't know what we done became as a community sometimes about the people defending it. People be like, oh, people want to bring up the black people as a distraction problem. No, it's not, man. It don't matter. What matters is they did it. I don't care what color you is, man. You did it and you exposed. So what we finna do? We finna sit here and be like, oh, they the only ones that's getting caught. Man, everybody getting called out. Y'all just ain't paying attention. Y'all just ain't on the right news feeds. Y'all on the hip hop news feeds. Go over there to the other side. Is some of them getting cased up too, bruh? You watch too much TMZ. You need to get on the world news. The people getting cased up everywhere. But when you got to enter and understand the network of these people, the network of these governments, the network of these traffickers and stuff expands to a multiple web. It was an orchestrated plan to control people's minds and outlook. And I don't know how people can't see that now, that it was all a well orchestrated plan through music, through everything. Everything around you is a fucking lie. It was all an illusion. You was chasing and working your ass off for something that never existed. You probably doing better than Puffy right now if your house paid for, nigga. This nigga ain't even gotta pay for a house. Nigga, you probably doing better than DJ Khaled and them if you ain't never had to bend over and take it in the ass for no old white Jewish men and suck no dicks. For nothing in your house, motherfucker. That goddamn chain. We the best, motherfucker. This motherfucker was bending over, letting somebody hit him, telling him he was the best. Come on with me. I am appalled. I am appalled. Rick Ross, big ass, you bending over, getting slapped up. Yo, I am appalled. I would never stoop so low for an illusion. I am appalled because now you done all that. You don't own nothing. Great mother pushed the button on you. All you is with your ass out, literally. What an embarrassment. Thank you, Nada 55. What an embarrassment. Man, them ain't none of my people. I don't care what color skin them is. Hey, y'all better get them clones out of here, yo. Y'all not finna get ready to say melanin and men roll like that and melanated women doing all of that. No, Mary, you was on your back, Mary J. All them albums I listened to, she was going down for real. On your back, Mary. You was on your back that whole time, letting a homo thug send you off. Send you off to lay up with the white men. You was laying up with white men and you still don't own shit. You still torn. Your body broke the fuck down. You ain't never had a family, never had a man, never had a child. You just ain't had shit. Who want that life, y'all? That shit that's an illusion. You was seeing Cassie and all of them on them red carpets. You thinking they looking all good and everything. And them motherfuckers was out here advertising to get laid on they back. You better hear me right now. Nicki Minaj and all of y'all with y'all ass out. Now it make perfect fucking sense. Make perfect fucking sense. When they over sexualized hip hop and MC Light and all of them, it went from, you understand, actual having lyrical skill to being butt ass naked. Little Kim, you dusty whore. You was the first one that was out there with them white people. What? You breaking it down. Breaking it down. Nasty. Out here passing out herpes to kids and stuff. These people is disgusting. What is we talking about? Y'all, they had them all dressed up, draped in diamonds and all kind of stuff, throwing monies. And in the damn background, they was getting pissed and shitted on by old white men. Y'all better... Woo. I'm telling you, age of Aquarius, boy, it's slapping bitches down left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. Left and right, but they deserve it, y'all. They deserve it. You understand what I'm saying? They entered into contracts to do what? To keep us down. To work against their own melanated people. That's a shame. I would never. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I never switch sides, bruh. Never, bruh. Fuck them. Ain't enough money, man. Ain't enough. They ain't got enough nothing to ever make me sell my soul. That's the first. Yo, soul. Man, what? And the second thing, you ain't never got enough money in the world to make me sell out my cosmic family. Man, I never. Bitch, it ain't a such thing as death. Go ahead, bitch. I done died before, motherfucker. Bruh, me and them people, yo, them people, them fake ass celebrities, you fake. You ain't got no celestial in your fucking body, bruh. No, you don't, bruh. Cause I could never. Man, I'll never bow. I never been over. Good God. I have to call on they God on that one. Just the thought of it make my stomach turn. Like, for real, I be, oh, yo, I can't even fathom it. That's how I know they ain't none of us for real, y'all. That's how I know they ain't none of our, y'all. They don't come from the same cloth. They ain't cut from the same cloth. Man, 9 times out of 10, them motherfuckers is some NPC bot clones. They done already killed them motherfuckers off and done put them Mach 5 robots up in there, bruh. Because ain't no way, ain't no way. Man, I can't even take sometimes smelling the breath. Let me just stop. I'm just going to shut up now. Because, see, people going to take it the wrong way. People going to take it the wrong way. They're going to take it the wrong way. But y'all have to enter and understand. This is real. This is real. Melanin, neuromelanin, gives you a heightened sense of smell, taste, touch, proprioception, everything. This is real facts. That's why melanated people spice their food more and stuff like that. Enter and overstand to all of my Caucasian people that might be on this chat. You might can't smell it, but we can because we have a heightened sense. Listen, it's not for, I'm just being real. We could smell certain stuff deeper than y'all, and we could taste certain stuff for real. It's not a lie. Look, you could go look up the research. I'm not playing. Melanin is a semiconductor. It's all in our dorsal root ganglia, all in our nervous system. Yo, it's the black. It's black. Everybody ain't got that shit. And the more of that black substance that we got in there, the more that we can smell and taste and touch and see and hear and all of this telepathy shit is for real once we not got toxins in our body. So when we be like around y'all sometimes and we smell a smell and y'all can't smell it, it's not being funny. We really can smell something. It's a deeper sense of smell than they could smell. And this is not being funny. I'm just telling the truth so that people can understand what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? What be going on? And what is a smell? Smell is also a frequency. So it hit us, bruh. That's why I say I can't take the smell, bruh. So I couldn't even done that. It'd be sweat. Okay, I'm finna just not. Cause somebody gonna get offended. I'm not gonna do that. Cause somebody gonna get offended, and I ain't come on here to offend. You understand? I'm trying to keep it light and spiritual. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but for real, y'all already know that if you just be by somebody and they smell, I can't take that. Like, that's a frequency attack in itself. I can't take nobody with no smell that don't smell right. I can't be around it. That type of stuff just don't work for my spirit. You understand? Like my spirit, not my soul, my spirit. Because spirit is physical, soul is matter. That thing don't work for my spirit. I can't take it. You understand? Like smells and stuff. I don't do smells. Textures, crazy textures. I can't do crazy textures and stuff on my tongue and all. Oh, I'm for real. That's why that's why I be telling people, like, everybody's journey is everybody's journey. Because I can't eat quinoa and all of that type of shit. The shit nasty to me. It on my tongue. Motherfucker, fuck y'all. It's got a weird texture. I'm not into that. But I don't even eat hardly no more. But I'm just saying, like, the textures and stuff. That's why a lot of that stuff, you understand, vegan stuff, I couldn't never get into, bruh. Because the texture, I can't fuck with it. Everything ain't for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? I just thank God my body just went on and just, upgraded me where I don't hardly need no food because I couldn't. I mean, come on. Some of that stuff, though, y'all, for real, like, come on. Come on. The great mother did give us a tongue and taste buds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She did give you that. She ain't give it to you for no reason. Some of that stuff these people be eating, I be like, come on, man. Like, I know we trying to be healthy and all, but come on, come on. Come on. That don't even look like nothing you should be eating. You just need to go on and fast. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all can be quiet if you want to, but you done seen some shit. And you be like, man, I ain't eating that shit, man. I don't even know how you eating that shit, bruh. That shit look nasty as fuck. Man, you got to do what's right for yourselves. That's what I be telling people. Everybody's walk ain't gonna be your walk, bruh. You got to do what's right for your codes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I be telling people, like, bruh, do your research. You got to eat for your blood type. Shit too real. You got to eat for your blood type. You got to eat for your genetics. And if you ain't took enough time to know your blood type, then that's what you need to figure it out. So you can know what you need to be eating. Because everybody ain't built the same. Everybody's metabolism ain't the same. And what metabolism is, metabolics, metaphysics, it's all linked. So if you ain't eating right, you ain't gonna have no magnetism anyway. So everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't the same being. You understand? So it's no cookie cutter way to spirituality. That's why I be telling people it's your own walk at your own pace. You can't be trying to take a model of somebody else. Like if I was trying to be like somebody else, I wouldn't have never got here. That's too real. If I would have been trying to be like everybody else, I wouldn't have got here. Because everybody got a different blueprint to what their spirituality is. But that's not what the awakening is. It's just going on your own walk and knowing it to be true. For everything in life. For everything. And if you just go on your own walk and know it to be true, you can't lead yourself wrong. But you got to trust yourself. Yeah, you could look outside for guidance and stuff, but still, you got to be your ultimate guide. You got to make the ultimate choice. What's best for your body? What's best for your mind? What's best for you? And once you do that, you unlock everything, man. Everything gonna come to you. And the light gonna cut on, man. And you gonna see your way out of all the fog. Because then you gonna see your only opponent was yourself. And obstacles and everything that you put in your own way. Trying to be like something that you not. Because think about this, y'all. If you going in your magnetism, you got inertia. You got inertia. What's inertia? That means you got the motion. I'm gonna break it down, layman's terms. You got the motion, motherfucker. You got the motion. What happened to a body in motion? It keep on going. It could keep on going forever until something come up and oppose it. But what you got to realize is everything in this plane that's coming up to oppose you is a part of you. And then when you get that, it's over. Because any type of frequency or magnetism, I'm telling you, you could use to your advantage. So I wish a motherfucker would keep on sending me some negative shit, bitch. I'm just going to incorporate. I'm just going to realize I'm looking at me and incorporate it into me. And that's going to make me go low and it's going to bounce me back high. Come on. We talking about levels to this. We talking about getting the real motion. You can't be all high. You can't even get high unless you done got low. You got to just balance it, bruh. And then the more you balance it, the lower you could get, the higher you could go. Man, it's the duality. It's the Gemini energy, bruh, that's going on right now. The more you could go low, the higher you could go high, man. I'm telling you, it's going to inverse. It's going to parallel like that. So what I'm telling you is when you go through these attacks, because I'm about to get cut off, just remember, you could defeat it. And when you defeat it, watch how you're going to ascend. And on that note, y'all, I got to go. So peace, power, and protection. Reflections. Stay dangerous.